Hey folks, my name's Todd Bell, and on behalf of Bellcom Training, I'd like to thank you for joining me today for video 9 of our Transparent Communication series. If you are just now bumping into me and you haven't seen the previous 8 videos, I highly recommend you go out to our playlist. I'll put a link in this video at the very end. You'll see a tile come up and it will say, hey, Transparent Communication. Go check it out from video 1. It'll make a heck of a lot more sense. But this video right here is going to talk a little bit more about offering feedback. In video 8, the previous video, I discussed how offering feedback, the benefits of offering feedback from 2 different perspectives, and how they're going to help out that person you're giving that feedback to. From a coworker's perspective, yes, you can as a coworker, and you should, offer feedback to your fellow reports, your fellow employees. From a leadership position, yes, if you're in a leadership position, manager, supervisor, director, executive, anyone who has reports should be giving their people feedback. Positive feedback, constructive feedback. You need to do it to help them grow professionally. That is your job. It really is, to help them become better at whatever it is they do for your company. Now, I'm going to focus in this video on the benefits from a company perspective. And this is huge. It really is. Look at the slide. Give feedback to regularly build trust. Trust is huge when it comes to transparent communication. Improve performance. That's kind of the goal of offering feedback. And increase motivation. A lot of people don't think about that motivational aspect, but let's put this into perspective from a company perspective. Now think about this. If you look at the Gallup poll that I'm bringing up right now, according to Gallup, employees who receive regular and valuable feedback are significantly more likely to be engaged. This is important. Up to 5 times more engaged at work. And as a result, less likely to experience burnout at whatever they do. In fact, 57% less chance of hitting that burnout, which is important. I'm going to get to that here in a second. I know I'm poking it, but just hang tight. And less likely, here's the key, to search for a new job. In fact, 48% less likely. So simply offering, according to Gallup, and I will firmly stand behind this because I've seen it in action myself. If you offer your people feedback, I'm talking from a company standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, if you're offering consistent, regular feedback to your people, they're less likely to leave. Let's just focus on that for a second. It's very expensive to hire people. And then once you have them hired, as time goes on and that experience builds for that individual, there's also a thing called what I call tribal knowledge. Let's say I have an employee at my company. He's been there for 10 years. He's learned 10 years of valuable experience about what he does, how he does it, his customers, intimate knowledge about those customers because he has cultivated a very impressive relationship with your customers. Now that individual, because they don't receive regular feedback, person's not as engaged. They're bored. They've hit burnout. They don't feel they're getting the attention they deserve. There's a lot of things that can go through this person's head just simply because they're not hearing from you, and they start looking for another job. They find another opportunity. They put in their 2 weeks. Now you're panicking because all of that knowledge and experience that individual had is going somewhere else, maybe to your competition. And you try to keep this individual here, but it's too late. That person has made their decision. They are leaving. Now you got to go out and get a replacement for this person. That is going to take a lot of time. You're going to have to post that advertisement somewhere, somehow. Maybe you got recruiters who will do it for you, but the point is, you got to go search for a new employee to replace your leaving talent. That costs time, which is money. And then once you have a pool of candidates that, okay, this looks pretty good, maybe you narrow it down to 5. Now you got to call each one of those in to have interviews. Maybe they're in person, maybe they're via a Zoom call or WebEx or Teams, whatever it is that you use. However you conduct your interviews, you're going to have to spend time. Maybe they go through multiple interviews with different layers on your team in your company. That's more time, more money. And then you finally settle on an individual. You offer the job, that individual accepts the position, and now, regardless of how much experience that individual has, they still have to learn the system that you have in place. That takes more time. I've talked to many people who have been in this exact same situation, and they share with me almost universal. It takes about 6 months for that individual to become productive. And when I say productive, I mean they're making money for the company. So all of that time, you're taking a hit. And you could have solved it simply by giving positive or constructive, whatever it is, feedback to that individual to help them grow so they are more engaged. It's that simple, folks. All right, that's it on feedback for now. I hope to see you again in Transparent Communication Video 10 or in other videos, or more importantly, I'd love to see you in one of my classes. You have a good one. We'll see you.